Hey, what's up, neighbors? Welcome to the Big Idea Camps 2021 Summer Series. I know I've only had 2 weeks off since school ended, but I honestly decided that I miss you guys. And I thought maybe we could get together from time to time this summer to talk about things that are happening this summer, tell you about what I'm doing and my family's doing, maybe learn from you and your family, and maybe we can learn a little bit together too. So I don't know what you have planned this summer. Maybe your calendar is full of fun events and activities, or maybe traveling, or maybe you're just like hanging out in the backyard or side yard floating in the pool. But whatever it is, I know for my family, we have a few really neat things going on our calendar coming up. Matter of fact, this coming week I get to go to Pittsburgh to work with the Fred Rogers Center a little bit on a project they're doing. The second week of July, we're going to go to the beach for a family vacation. Very, very, very excited about that. And I kind of want to take you with me, not like get in my car and jump in my luggage, kind of take you with me, but like, hey, we're going to do some filming and we're going to do some fun videos and photos. And I want to, maybe ask you to go with us. So I've seen a lot of you and your families are posting about your summer trip on, social media, Facebook and Instagram. I've seen some photos where some of you guys are in Florida. You've gone down to that place where there's a really famous mouse and you get to use that wristband like it's a credit card and it's free money, but it's not. It comes back on a bill every month. Let me tell you, I've been that. I've seen a lot of you guys have gone to Kings Island or even locally Camden Park, and you're having some, by the way, be careful there. But I know that you're having fun. Maybe you're riding a roller coaster with some loops on it, or those crazy jerk and puke rides, and then you eat the hot dogs or the Pronto Pups, and you're like, mm. Anyway, a lot of us are playing sports this summer. I know that our Little League season just ended recently, but whatever your plans are, whatever you're doing, whatever your plans are this summer, I truly hope that you're having a great time, a safe time, and that you're spending time, investing your time with people that love you and encourage you and are there for you daily, and maybe some people that aren't. For example, maybe you don't see your family all the time and you get to go travel and you see them maybe in their town or maybe they come to see you, but either way, I hope that you're with people that love you and encourage you. So over the next 7 weeks, this is it. We're starting week 1 today. Over the next 7 weeks, we're going to be posting on Monday evenings this series that we're calling Road Trip. And I'd love to invite you to participate with us. Matter of fact, I want to see your summer photos. If you or your family are on Instagram, I want you to show me some of your summer vacation photos with the hashtag Big Idea Road Trip. Just hashtag it, because I think we can have some fun together. So no matter where you go, if it's over to the pond and you're fishing, show me a picture. I want to see that you're having fun so I can encourage you and kind of talk to you about that later. So like I said a minute ago, we're going to be sharing in this series called Road Trip. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And probably I'm going to share some embarrassing stories. I'm going to share an embarrassing story with you today about my family when I was growing up for road trips and family vacations. And even now as a father of 2 young sons, I'll probably tell you what I've learned from each season, from the season of being a kid and from the season of being a dad, what road trips have meant in my life. And today is the most important, one of the most important discussions, because we're going to set up the foundation of this series. I want to give you the big idea. I know that was kind of ironic. We're the Big Idea Camp, but I'm going to talk to you about the big idea, the main idea of this entire series. And I'm looking at my notes here. I know it may sound simple, but it's a mega important thing to understand. And here it is. Andy Stanley said it this way. It's called the principle of the path. So let's learn the principle of the path. And I'll even put it here on the screen. It says this: your direction, not your intention, determines your destination. I'll say it again. Your direction, not your intention, determines your destination. And I know sometimes we say, well, it's the thought that counts. We say that every Christmas, don't we? But it's really important to understand that even though your thoughts and your feelings matter, it's really the actions that they inspire that get you where you need to go. For example, let's say we wake up tomorrow morning, nice and refreshed, and we get moving, and then we make the decision, you know what? I think I am going to go to Miami, Florida. Let's go to South Beach. Let's make it happen. And you make that decision. Your family says, yeah, let's go to Miami. We're going down to Florida. And so, you do what you should do. You pack your bags, you get your luggage together, you grab your favorite beach towel, you get that cooler of orange soda, which is what my son packs, or Mr. Pibb. You get your favorite beach towel ready for the sand. You grab your sunglasses. Don't forget your sunscreen. Like, look at me. I'm as pale as Casper. If you go to a beach, wear your sunscreen. And you decide, you know what? We're getting ready to go to Miami. You get in your car. You turn your key on. You put it in drive. You get on the road. And you go north. You're not going to get to Miami. Matter of fact, you're going to end up in Canada, and before too long, you're going to see snow on your journey. You'll never get to Miami, Florida from here if you decide to travel north. Matter of fact, the only people that are going to get to Miami, Florida if they travel north are people that like live in the Florida Keys. And so it's your direction. Matter of fact, from here, you've got to be driving south to get to Miami. So no matter how bad you want to get to Miami, like, oh, I wish I was going to Miami. If you drive north, you're not getting there. So again, the principle of the path, it's your direction, not your intentions, that determine your destination. So that's the big idea. That principle of the path, we're going to be kind of applying and filtering everything that we talk about over the next 7 weeks of this summer back to the principle of the path. So today, for the first lesson that kind of goes with the principle of the path, on this overarching theme of road trip, I want to talk to you about choosing your destination. Choosing your destination. Like, you ever heard, where in the world are we? Let me ask you, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Not just like a trip, but in life. And so, for most couples or most people that are together and dating or whatnot, there's this crazy question that says, where do you want to go to eat? Or what do you want to eat? And they never decide. Matter of fact, I've been in this discussion that says, hey, where do you want to go for dinner? And the response is, I don't care, you pick. And then I'll say, well, let's go to Roosters. And like, I don't want to go there. Like, you just told me it didn't matter. Apparently it does matter. This conversation is like a weird teeter-totter back and forth of what could be in a relationship. So anyway, it does matter. But let me back up and talk a little. Let me tell you a funny story about my childhood. And I'll make more sense of this road trip and destination. Things looked a lot differently in the late 1980s when I was growing up. I was born in 1981. I remember taking this family trip. Now, again, let me just say it just looked differently. These days, you can you pretty much grab your phone, type in an address, hit enter, and boom, on the screen, you'll get turn-by-turn navigation, instant directions. But long before Google Maps, long before Apple apps, long before GPS, long before you got digital turn-by-turn directions that could be sent to your phone, which is what I do. Like, they have sent notifications that says turn left in 300 feet, boom. It's amazing. Long before then, there was this thing called a map or an atlas. And it looked like this. I've got this right here. It's an atlas. It's actually a book of maps. And what is a map, you say? Well, if you're not familiar, it's literally a sheet of paper with the road system, highways, on a picture. And long before the internet was rolling, when I was growing up, we used maps to get where we were going, right? Does that make sense? So let me plan this out. So my dad's in the driver's seat. My mom is in the front passenger seat. My mom is the one who had the map. Matter of fact, this is an atlas, it's a book of maps. She just had a one big map that like unfolded and it was as big as a poster. So mom's holding that and she sees where we're trying to go. Now granted, we were only driving from Ashland, Kentucky to Cincinnati, Ohio, which is a whopping 137 miles. It's not that far, but as a kid, 2.5 hours in the car with your family kind of felt like a week. So let me also say, we already kind of mentioned this, technology was at an all-time low for my life. There were no iPads. There were no DVDs. There were no TV screens in the back of the seats in the car. Matter of fact, we didn't even have a luxurious minivan with captain chairs. Heck, my family had a station wagon that had like wooden paneling on the sides and ashtrays at every seat. They're not even allowed these days, right? Most people enjoy the concept of the like captain's chairs. You know, you got this and this. This thing didn't have captain's chairs. It had a bench in the front for mom and dad, a bench in the middle, and my seat was the third. And you may think third row seating is good. Not in the 80s. Third row seating for me was a bench in the back that was facing backwards. I couldn't even see my family. may not be a bad thing. I couldn't even see where we were going. I could only see where we had been, right? Like I didn't even know. I was facing backwards. Not even fun. No Nintendo Switch. No portable PlayStation. The only form of entertainment that I even had in that station, that minivan, or I said minivan, the station wagon, was I found my dad's toolbox. And I got in a lot of trouble because I was pulling out the things in the toolbox and he was yelling for me from the 32 foot in front of me in the front seat that I was in the back seat. Anyway, my mom used an ink pen and she circled Cincinnati on the map. That's where we're going. And then what she did, she would trace back to Ashland where we were starting from. We kind of worked in reverse, which is a good idea in a lot of things in life, to reverse engineer. Think about where you want to go, then figure out how you're going to get there. But there's something really important to that approach. We knew where we wanted to go, right? Cincinnati's where we wanted to go. And from there, Mom would draw a line with an ink pen or a pencil. Here are the highways we need to take. If you drove on the straight roads, the major highways, you get there a lot faster because you could probably go a little bit faster speed limit. But if you drove on the crooked roads on the map, you'd probably be a little bit slower and you wouldn't make as good time. So at some time in my life as a kid, I kind of learned that principle of road trips that I apply to it now. And the author of Alice in Wonderland once said it this way. He said, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. But if you know where you want to go and you aim your direction that way and you take the appropriate steps, the correct turns will get you where you need to go. Again, let me go back to the principle of the path. It's your direction, not your intention, that determines your destination. So, where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? And I'm not saying there's not going to be detours or roadblocks or accidents along the way, because it's going to. And you're going to get slowed down at some point. Hardly ever in life do things go all to the plan, right? That just very seldomly works. But those things, they're temporary inconveniences. They're never going to change your destination. They're just going to change your path to it. So choose your destination wisely. So again, back to today's topic, destinations. Where is it that you want to go? I can make some advice to you. I'd love to encourage you to make some short-term and long-term goals. I think that's really important. For example, this summer, short-term goals. I want to go fishing. I want to spend time with my friends. I want to visit my family. I want to have some fun. Maybe you want to overcome a fear. I want to ride a roller coaster with a loop. Never done it. Looks scary. Always been afraid, but now I want to do it. Do it, man. Kick that fear's butt. Learn a new game. Learn a new skill. Learn a new hobby. And I also want to encourage you to make some long-term goals. Commit to making good grades this next school year. Maybe if you're a high schooler, maybe you want to find a nice job and save up some money for college. Make some long-term goals. Here's the unique thing about goals. You understand the importance of your decision. If you know where you're going, you can take measurements every now and then. If you make a long-term goal that says, hey, in 5 years, I'm going to start college and I don't want to take out a lot of student loans, maybe you can start making money by cutting some grass this summer. And then every so often you look in your account, say, how much money do I've got? Okay, I'm doing good. Long-term goals are helpful. Set your goal, get aligned in that right direction, and start making some progress. Another way of asking, you can ask this question of what have I done today that gets me closer to that goal? It's a very important thing. I've worked on this with my older son. Like, what's your goal? I want to be really good at baseball. Well, did you do anything today that got you better? Like, did you hit some balls off the tee in the front yard? Did you play some catch? Did you do some drills that we've done in Little League practice? Did you even do some push-ups? If the answer is no, like all I did today was play Fortnite because the new Season 7 is pretty cool, then I can tell you that today we did not get closer to our goal of being better in baseball. That's something we talk about a lot. Again, principle of the path. It's your direction, not your intention. Like he could say, man, I was playing Fortnite all day. I was really hoping to get better at baseball. But you didn't go anywhere. You didn't go in the right direction. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to ask you again, let's spend some time this week asking yourself the question, where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? And then I want to dare you to make the first step today. Set some goals, maybe write it down. That's a huge part of this process. Write your goals down. Then make a step today. I know you can. And I wouldn't ask you to do these things if I didn't believe that you could. I challenge you because I'm proud of you. I know who you are. I know who you're becoming. And I ultimately believe that there are amazing things in your future. So guys, listen, I hope you have a great week. Looking forward to next week. Next week, we're going to talk about something crazy. We're going to talk about who's in the car with you, who's going on the trip, who's on the journey with you, because you got to choose wisely. Until then, have a great week. I'm excited to share. Remember, hashtag Big Idea Camp Road Trip. Guys, I'll see you soon.